Madrid for this fixture in match day 42 of La Liga Smartbank, the final fixture of the season. It is Alcorcón, the hosts, playing against Girona for this fixture, set to kick off at 9 o'clock local time. And it is going to be a bit of a strange game. Really, both sides already have completed their objectives. Alcorcón will be once again staying up and forming part of La Liga Smartbank next season. Girona, meanwhile, are already mathematically qualified for the playoffs. They still can at least climb up to third, as they are tied on points on 63 with Almeria. Alcorcón throughout the entirety of the season have put in a very good, especially late shift, to try and snatch a playoff spot. Unfortunately for them, they just fell short, but they will be in fine form, looking to at least finish off the season as well as possible. Girona, as I said earlier, got that playoff spot on Friday after beating Cádiz at Montilivi. The first leg of the playoffs that they will feature in will, at the moment, be played on Thursday. There we see the main man for Girona, Cristian Stuani, starting on the bench today. No real unnecessary risks taken from either manager, as we will see shortly. Both at the helms of their teams have made a considerable number of changes. Both Fran Fernández for Alcorcón and Francisco Rodríguez for Girona. As now the home side, Alcorcón, take to the pitch in their all-yellow kit. Girona waiting to join us shortly. Alcorcón currently sitting in 12th on 54 points, only 9 points behind Girona, but 9 points is 8 positions in this division as Girona walk out in their home kit. Here we see the home lineup set out by Fran Fernández. It's a 4-4-2. Casado is in goal. Adotan Pomares are the fullbacks, with Fernández and El Cerrabal at centre-halves. Mulo and Sosa down the wings. Reco and the captain Dorca in the midfield, with Ernesto and Sandaza leading the line. There are 9 changes from the manager. Only Ernesto and David Fernández stay in the lineup from their game at the weekend against Malaga. Referee for tonight's proceedings is Pulido Santana. VAR referee is Mr. De La Fuente Ramos, assuming he must be called upon later on in the game. Here is Girona's lineup, the visiting side, headed by Francisco Rodríguez. There's 7 changes for the Catalan side. Riesgo in goal. Valeri and Olivan make the fullbacks. 3 centre-halves for Ignasi, Captain Alcalá and Juanpe. Diamanca, Rivera and Gumbao make the midfield 3. And Jairo partners up front the Uruguayan striker, not Cristian Stuani, Ceballos. Ceballos, of course, the other Uruguayan striker at Girona, starting tonight, getting his first start for Girona, making his 4th appearance for the side from the Catalan coast. Those 7 changes are quite vast as well. A different, even change of formation. It was a 4-2-3-1 played by Girona at the weekend. It's a 5-3-2 today, with Riesgo, Ignasi Miquel, Juanpe and Gumbao, the only 4 to have survived from their weekend victory over Cádiz. Cádiz, of course, in that game already qualified for and promoted La Liga Santander. But tonight, 2 of the other games live, kicking off at 9 o'clock as well. Cádiz playing their game, Huesca in theirs. One of the 2 already promoted will be declared champion. Cádiz need a win to secure the title. Huesca, to get it, would need Cádiz to once again drop points. It is worth mentioning as well, one of the games has been called off at this 9 o'clock kickoff. Fixture between Deportivo La Coruña and Fuenlabrada, a game with very big circumstances and consequences for both the top and the bottom of the table, as Fuenlabrada are looking to clinch that final playoff spot for this week's first leg playoff, as Deportivo La Coruña are fighting for their lives to not get relegated to Segunda B. As Girona, the visitors, get us underway in this one in their red and white kits, attacking from right to left on your screens. Alcorcón, the home side, in their all-yellow kit from left to right. The most notable absentee for Alcorcón this evening is Stoichkov, also known, of course, as Juan Molina Martinez. He is on the bench this evening. The main goal scorer, the top goal scorer for Alcorcón. It's the same situation for Girona. Their top goal scorer, Cristian Stuani, also on the bench. But of course, Alcorcón probably using this time to really give game time to those who haven't featured possibly as much for Alcorcón since the restart. Girona, meanwhile, having the same idea, but also with that Thursday first leg playoff in their minds, not wanting to take any unnecessary risks. The only player missing out through suspension for Girona is Mojica, the Colombian left-back, who got sent off for a double yellow against Cádiz on Friday. Gumbau, the man who played the assist for one of the goals on Friday, given the handball there. Alcorcón will take the possession. Pomares links it forward. It's headed away quickly as Jairo picks it up. Gumbau in support. Still Jairo, though. And Diamanca not getting there in time. Girona, though, will keep possession through Ignasi Miquel with the long ball. And it's cleared away by Paris Adot. There's a foul there on Sandaza by Rivera. It is very interesting to see how Girona have come into this game. Of course, they cannot mathematically drop out of the playoffs. They have got their place secured in that. But of course, they can at least finish the season in third. They are currently sitting fourth. Of course, if they lose and teams in behind like Zaragoza and a whole group of sides fighting for that sixth spot get 3 points, could make things a little bit uncomfortable for Girona. But on the other hand, of course, they have come here with their homework done. Gives the manager, Francisco Rodriguez, a chance to see a few players who don't normally get a lot of game time, like Brian Olivan, player on loan from Cádiz. Ramallo benched today, as at right wing-back we have Valeri, normally an actual winger, but Girona playing with 3 centre-halves today, probably to give both Valeri and Brian Olivan less defensive responsibility, so to speak. As Alcalá returns to the lineup, was benched at the weekend. Alcorcón coming forward, though. The effort up against the defence from Sosa, and Girona will clear away the ball. Alcorcón come into this one having lost at the weekend, a 2-0 defeat away at La Rosaleda against Malaga. Juanpi got the first for the hosts after a great individual run through the Alcorcón defence and slotting it low past Dani Jimenez. Alcorcón created chances for the remainder of the first 45 but couldn't find an equaliser. The side from Madrid kept fighting, but after a great roulette in the box, Tete made it 2-0 for Malaga with 10 minutes to go. That result meant that Malaga are now officially safe and out of the relegation scrap. Alcorcón have been safe for a few fixtures now, as they have just missed out alongside Sporting Gijón and even Tenerife on that playoff spot. It is a hot evening in the capital today, 30 degrees in Madrid. Alcorcón already surpassing their season in their last campaign, as they finished 14th with 52 points last season, currently in 12th on 54. They'll be looking to finish slightly higher up the table if they can by picking up 3 points here against Girona. As Brian Olivan breaks forward for Girona, puts in the ball into the danger area and cleared away comfortably by David Fernandez. Throw in to be taken by Adot. Ignacio Miquel heading it back. Out of play. Will be another throw in for the home side. We have seen Girona play with a back three before, most noticeably in their time when they were in La Liga Santander, one of the sides relegated to La Liga Smartbank last season, alongside Huesca. Huesca already confirming they will be jumping straight back up to the top tier of Spanish football. Cádiz getting promoted for the first time in 14 years, and Girona will be one of those sides in the playoffs to try and seal that third place, as it was confirmed yesterday on the final game of the season in La Liga Santander. Leganés was confirmed as the third side to accompany Mallorca and Espanyol back down to La Liga Smartbank. Olivan puts in the cross, and Ceballos looking for the header. Girona's number 9, but shoving Elguezabal to the ground. Wouldn't have counted should the Uruguayan have found the back of the net. The 23-year-old making his first start for Girona, signed after the January transfer window as a free agent after departing Juventud, his side in Uruguay. Be looking for his first goal today, as he starts up front, leading the line alongside Jairo for Girona. Ball played forward to Sandaza, went to ground, still play on as Reco drops it off at Dorca. As now Pomares puts in the cross. Brian Olivan clearing it away, but Girona not fully getting rid of danger. Lovely bit of footwork there by Reco. As Mula lays it off once again to Pomares. Alcorcón doing well to keep possession here. Ernesto lays it off, the cross is played in, and Riesgo getting both hands to the ball under a bit of pressure from Sandaza. Riesgo deciding to go long, not going to play it short, not going to take any chances, as his entire team moves high up the pitch. Rivera heads it down, and Brian Olivan unable to keep that one in play. Be very interesting to see where his future lies. Currently on loan from Cádiz, who are officially promoted to La Liga. Even mentioned on his Twitter page his support and congratulations to his parent club. Of course, he will be trying to help Girona get back to the top tier. From there we will see, as Cádiz, one of the sides with most players registered. They have 35 players to their name at the moment on their books. One of them being Brian Olivan. He of course missed that Friday night game against Cádiz, unable to play against his parent club. It was a similar situation likewise for Anthony Chocolozano, the goal scorer and number 9 for Cádiz, who's currently on loan from Girona, But since Cádiz have gotten promotion, Lozano's move will be confirmed as a permanent one once the conclusion of the season. Juanpe carrying the ball forward. Jaido was expecting that one. Cut out by Reco. As Gumbau went in for it. Alcorcón coming away with the ball, though, as we've now entered the 10-minute mark in this game. Sandaza helping out defensively. Jaido, a very versatile player, loses out possession there, as there is a foul. By Juanpe. Just trotting on the foot there of the Alcorcón striker. That is a big goal down at the bottom of the table. Numancia taking the lead against Tenerife. Four sides battling it out on the final day of the season to not be in that final two that will be added to Extremadura and Racing, who are already confirmed as relegation candidates. Ball played forward. It's a good ball. Ceballos wanting to catch it as Casado comes out to clear it. The long ball, though, nearly dropping for Mula, as it's cut out well by Ignasi Miguel. It's been a very possession-based opening 12 minutes here at the Estadio Municipal de Santo Domingo. I believe the throw-in has been given. It's pulled back. Dorca, the Alcorcón captain, not happy with that decision from the referee, Mr. Pulido Santana. Carried forward now by Adot. Laying it off to Reco, who goes back to his defense. And the midfielder once again back to his goalkeeper. Casado, the normally substitute goalkeeper for Alcorcón. Dani Jiménez, the number one, rested today. It has been, of course, a long and taxing month and a half of games for every side, not just in Spain, all over the world, with 11 fixtures needing to be played here, with a game every 3-4 days maximum for each side, to this point where any chance any manager can get to rotate or rest players, they will do. Alcorcón, their season is officially over, managing to make those 9 changes today. Girona using this chance really to rest tired legs going into next week. Casado. Goes long. Adot up against Brian Olivan. As Sandaza brings it down, carrying the ball onto the edge of the penalty area. Wanted the chip ball through, and it was cut out by Alcalá. As Jaido now, surrounded by yellow shirts, forces the ball backwards. Rivera. Now to Gerard Gumbau, the former midfielder from Barcelona's La Masia. Diamanka under pressure from Dorca, and now he's forced to go all the way back to his goalkeeper, Riesgo. Diamanka now once again. Brian Olivan comes inside. Gumbau keeping the possession. Slow and steady Girona. And it's a lovely ball forward though by Ignasi Miquel. Just a bit too heavy for Gumbau to follow. Of course, with there being technically a back five and two midfielders alongside Gumbau, that gives the midfielder a little bit more leeway to run forward, trying to support Jairo and Ceballos, who's won the ball back here on the edge of the penalty area. Lays it off for Jairo, back to the striker. No offside at the moment, and now it is called off. Ceballos taking a bit too long to make his mind up there after an originally very good high press from the striker. Jairo playing the ball back to him there, and we can see that left foot just offside. Striker does have a lot of competition. Up front, of course, competing with Christian Stuani. Brian Olivan back onto his left foot, and now has the chance to put it in as a cross. Does so, and no one gets onto that. Juanpe up against Sosa, ends up giving away the foul. Juanpe not really convinced that he'd done anything wrong there, but the referee's word is final. "17 minutes gone here, still looking for that first shot on target from either side. Ball played forward in behind really well, just cut out in time by Brian Olivan. It's Mula who is in chase and pursuit. High press there once again on Olivan, as Alcorcón will regain possession. It's going to be a throw-in, and a long one at that. Paris Sadot to take it directly. Wasn't flicked on well by Sandafa, and it is going to be a goal kick for Girona. Alcorcón had a fairly level return to action since the lockdown, as in their previous 10 games, today being the 11th and final one, they have picked up 3 wins, 4 draws and 3 defeats. They've been most solid at home, but they are the second team that has conceded most goals in La Liga Smartbank at home this season, Lugo being the side with the most goals conceded on their home turf. That is, of course, over the entire course of the season. But since the restart, it's been fairly irregular, shall we say, from Alcorcón. But they haven't won in their last 5 games. Their 6th game back was a 3-2 home win here in a local derby against Rayo Vallecano. Since then, It's not gone ideally for them. 3 draws and 2 defeats in their last 5 games. Looking to end off the season with hopefully 3 points. As they get the free kick. Central from the goal. It's taken as a low shot from Mula and wide of the target. And what you hear now in the 20th minute is the applause to infinity. An initiative from La Liga to bring the support and spirit of the fans back into the stadiums all over the country, paying tribute to the comeback efforts made by everybody during these last few months. Of course, without that effort, we wouldn't be watching football live in La Liga Smartbank or La Liga Santander, and for that matter, nowhere in the world, as the sport we most love has come back, as we now enjoy the final game of the season. Should say games, to be honest, there are quite a few on live right now. For all of you watching around the world. Girona will be taking the throw-in after that. Mula free kick didn't lead to anything. As Ceballos, you could hear the groan there. Charged to the ground by Pomares. That would definitely be a shoulder tackle, one you'd see in the NFL. Ceballos taking the worst out of that. As they come again, Alcorcón. Sandafa doing well to not concede possession under the high press of Valeri. Now it's Mula. Dorca. Alcorcón really have done well in the opening 20 minutes with their possession, really making Girona move for the ball, but of course by playing with this formation they have sacrificed a body in midfield by gaining one in defense. Normally Girona with their 4-2-3-1 gives them 5 midfielders to play in behind of Christian Stuani, or the main striker for that matter. Today with Alcalá playing the central centre-back role as the linchpin in the middle of that defence. Adot now breaking forward. Ceballos coming back in support defensively. Sosa laying it off for Reco. As Alcorcón come again now. Possession conceded there by Mula, and Gumbau in possession, laying it off for Ceballos. Alcorcón doing really well to reorganize and set back up their defensive line of 4. Good move forward by Valeri, puts in the cross to the back post. Cleared away by Adot. Picked up by Ignasi Miquel, who likes to play the floated ball into the penalty area. Laid it off for Brian Olivan, and he gets the throw-in off Sosa. Brian laying it off for Jairo. This is now Gumbau. And the ball clipped off the defender. And Gerard Gumbau will be awarded the first corner of the game. And it goes for Girona. Casado organizing his defenders in the penalty area. Diamanca and Ceballos, 2 of the players in there. It's flicked on the header. just not fully on target. Juanpe picks it up on the edge of the penalty area, puts it back into the danger zone, headed away by Pomares. And Mula trying to wriggle his way around Juanpe. Doesn't succeed as Diamanca is now back in possession. Ignacy Miquel puts in the left-footed cross. Headed away once again. Stand by Elguezabal. And Girona will try again. Jairo nearly fell there by Dorca, stayed on his feet. Diamanca attempts the cross. Olivan picks up the scraps on the opposite side. Rivera, good ball forward, and Gumbau, under too much pressure, decides to go all the way back to his keeper, much to the dislike of Francisco Rodriguez, the manager of Girona. The header coming off Pomares. It will be a throw-in high up the pitch for the visitors. Jairo with the shot out of nowhere, really. That first shot on target. It's taken 26 minutes, and it's a good effort from Jairo, a player who can play up front, in the 10 and out wide. He will be the player to link up the possession between the midfield and Ceballos up front, and he has done since this game has started, picking up the ball, finding the pockets of space, and this time getting his first lash of the ball on target. Fairly easy save, shall we say, for Casado, but nonetheless that was the first effort on target, and it fell to Girona. Adot now for Alcorcón, puts in the cross, and Mula didn't take the shot. Dorca now puts in a second ball into the danger area. Ignacy Miquel does well to fully clear it away. Sosa waiting for the overlap though, under pressure from Gumbau. Elguezabal goes all the way back to Casado. Ceballos goes to ground, but Rivera picks up the ball, still down the striker. Rivera realizing he's running into 7 yellow shirts there at least. Two sides that really are showing good solidarity defensively, all defending as a team, both sides really. There we see with Sosa playing just in front of Adot, and Sosa and Mula, beg pardon, in front of Pomares, making it virtually a back 6 when Alcorcón are defending. Of course, Girona doing virtually the same thing with their back 5 and 3 midfielders in front. Virtually changing that into a back 8. As Sosa plays the ball to the opposite side. And Mula loses out. Mula's cross fully cleared away by the defense. Jairo just missing out on picking up that ball. And there is a foul, I believe, in the middle of the park. But anyway, this does give the referee, Mr. Pulido Santana, the chance to pause the game for a second as we go to the first half cooling break. Been a lot of possession play, not many gaps to run into for either side, but it is a a very hot evening in Madrid. Just so you get the idea of how hot it is, it's 9:30 p.m. in the evening, not even fully dark yet, and it is 30 degrees in the middle of Spain, in the Comunidad de Madrid. Girona coming into this one undefeated in their last 5 games, mostly thanks to that man, Cristian Stuani. 29 goals this campaign, outright the division's top goal scorer. Francisco Rodriguez giving his orders there. He is Girona's 4th manager of the season, joined only on the 30th of June, very recently. Juan Carlos Unzué was the man who started the season with the squad. Juan Carlos Moreno was his replacement, only on an interim basis, for him to get replaced by José Luis Martí, who came before Rodriguez, currently at the helm. José Luis Martí departed the club after a few dodgy results, shall we say, after the return from lockdown. But Rodriguez, since then, this is now his 6th game in charge as manager, and he is undefeated with 3 wins, all of them coming at Montilivi, and 2 away draws. He was brought in to complete the club's objective, which is to get Girona back into La Liga Santander. And you have to say, at the moment, results have gone his way. He's picked up a 1-0 win at home against playoff rivals Zaragoza, a 0-0 draw away against Sporting, a 1-0 home win against Almeria, another playoff opponent, a 2-2 draw away to Lugo, conceding an equalising goal in the 96th minute. And last week, on Friday to be exact, they picked up a 2-1 win at home against Cádiz, as a victory that would secure their status in the playoffs for later this week, and would make Cádiz have to wait to possibly lift their trophy until today. But they have to win, as Huesca are also candidates to still pick up the title. Girona coming out of the cooling break, pacey going forward. Brian Olivan trying to find Ceballos with that one, ended up in the hands of Casado. There we can see the table on the bottom left-hand corner. Cádiz 2 points ahead of Huesca. At the moment, Cádiz will be crowned champions, but anything can still happen in this one. Almeria level on points with Girona in 3rd and 4th. Zaragoza in 5th, and 6th is still up for grabs. As at the moment, as things stand, Albacete and Depor will be going down alongside Extremadura and Racing de Santander. Worth mentioning, of course, Fuenlabrada, who are fighting for that last playoff spot, and Depor, who are fighting to get out of that relegation zone. Their game has been called off. As Jairo clatters into Adot there and concedes the foul. Apologizes to the Alcorcón right back. Collision of the knees there, that can be painful. Another foul, this time from Juanpe on Sosa. Jairo coming forward. And this time he's the one who is fouled. Nice Sandafa. Did well to get round Reco. He was probably going to collide anyway into Elguezabal, but it is a set piece for Girona, quite a far way out. Gumbau is known for having quite a long-range shot on him, but probably that would be a bit too optimistic from that far out. Puts the ball into the danger area, though. And it's headed away by Pomares. Bilbao misjudges the bounce and concedes the throw-in. Pomares, the left back, laying it off for David Fernandez. It's fair to say, though, for Girona, most of their play, their attacking play that is coming down the left-hand side through Brian Olivan. Valeri, who is normally an out-and-out winger down the right, is struggling to get into play, being pushed back quite a lot by Mula. Nasi Mikel. Now Alcala back to Mikel. Plays a good ball forward to Oluan. And Jairo now whips in the cross. It's badly cleared, though. It drops for Valeri. Hesitated when to go for the shot. Blocked well by the defender. There's a good run forward. Ernesto laying it off, and the long pass is made forward. But Mula loses out. As Zaragoza have just taken the lead at home against Ponferradina. Foul conceded there by Dorca. Gumbau wanted to take that one quickly. Mula in the way as the ball goes long. Ceballos going to ground against Elguezabal. He's a player who still does need to adapt to Spanish football, of course, coming from the Uruguayan division. Of course, it's not the same intensity in that division than the La Liga Smartbank. Throw-in taken by Adot. Dorca has to come deep to pick up the ball. Oh, cleared away. Coming forward now, the hosts. Sandaza play the ball forward. Cleared away by Girona. Alcorcón proving there, playing a very solid defensive game, despite having conceded quite a few goals at home this season. They're better known for their away form this campaign. In fact, they lost in their previous game to Malaga, but before that came a 0-0 home draw here against Tenerife, and then a 2-1 defeat away to Huesca. That defeat on match day 39 was their first away defeat in 13 months. A very impressive away record for Alcorcón, as they cleared away the danger there from that header from Jairo, off target from the Girona player. As Mula is fouled there as he helps out defensively. Here we see again Valeri playing in the cross, and Jairo, his effort nowhere near the target. Dorca comes forward, plays the long ball. Alcorcón still needing to register their first shot on target. Girona have at least managed to get one through Jairo. Sandaza lays it off for Sosa. And Adot, the right back. Reco. And they really are forced to play around Girona. As the ball is played forward, the slightly unlucky touch by Sandaza gives Ignacio Miquel the chance to clear away the danger. Regretting it, the striker Alcalá not happy that that wasn't dealt with, as it was, in fairness, himself who was caught out by the striker. Ball cleared away. And Reco puts in another cross now. Alcalá not fully dealing with that one. Valeri letting Pomares get the touch. As it stands, of course, with Zaragoza taking the lead against Ponferradina, Girona dropped to 5th. Still 4 points clear of that 6th spot. Ignacio Miquel plays it off to Brian Olivan. Under pressure by Ernesto. Gumbau picks up the loose ball. Diamanca. And Valeri getting round Pomares, but close to ground as he was fouled there by the left back. It will be a free kick. There we can see no contact with the ball from the defender. Gerard Gumbau on set-piece duty to whip it in on his left foot. Reco, the one-man wall for Casado, as Gumbau whips in the cross. It was a fast-paced ball, not at much height, as Jairo went for the header and was pushed to the ground by Mula. It's going to be another free kick, this time a lot more centrally and a lot closer. Gumbau will be ready for this one, as his other teammates walk away from the ball. Juanpe still in and around. It does look like Gumbau is going to be the man responsible to take it. Gumbau takes, and his efforts over the bar. It is worth mentioning that Gumbau is more of a powerhouse shooter, shall we say. A lot of pace and power on the ball, possibly not as much accuracy as he would like, and it shows there. We've seen some fairly frightful goals from him in terms of power from a very far way out of the goal this season, or at least long-range efforts that have nearly come to goals for the Catalan side. Possibly just lacking that accuracy to get the ball quickly up and over the wall. 2 minutes of stoppage time have been added on in this first half, as Sosa's cross is cleared away for a throw-in as the ball ricochets off Juanpe. David Fernandez seems like the man in charge to put the ball in. Going to be again a long throw-in. It's cleared away by Girona. Ceballos tries to chase, but Adot does well to play it back to the keeper. As both players went for the ball there, Alcalá getting there first, but catching Saldaza as well as part of the ball. That is a heavy one for the centre half. You see there's 17 fouls in this first half. And Mr. Pulido Santana blows his whistle. He's seen enough, as the second minute of stoppage time is just about up. It's been a very possession-based first 45 minutes. Chances have been hard to come by. Jairo with the only effort on goal for Girona. Alcorcón still looking to try and break the deadlock. Both sides very solid defensively, but not enough space to possibly create some attacking football from either side. It is half-time at the Estadio Municipal de Santo Domingo in Madrid. It's Alcorcón 0, Girona 0. Welcome back to the Estadio Municipal de Santo Domingo in Madrid for this matchday 42 fixture in La Liga Smartbank. The final game of the season for both Alcorcón and Girona. Neither side playing for much officially in this game. Girona already qualified for the playoffs. Alcorcón mathematically safe from relegation and are 5 points behind any chances of getting into the playoff spots. It is goalless at the break. Jairo having the only chance of the first 45, falling for Girona. Alcorcón really doing well to keep possession when they've had it, but of course they still need to register their first shot on goal. It is a very unusual game really for both sides, as Alcorcón have made 9 changes for this final game of the season, and Girona themselves have made 7. It does look like, though, Alex Gallar is getting ready to come on for Girona. The only change at the break. Last thing Girona need is a possible injury, as it is confirmed as well, I believe. That change being for Cádiz. There might also be a Cádiz change as well. That would be Reco coming off for Luis Perea, and that is now confirmed. As for Girona, it is Ignacy Miquel, beg pardon, coming off for Alex Gallar. So Luis Perea coming on for Reco, for the hosts, and for Girona, Ignacy Miquel replaced by Gallar. Now this, of course, will be an offensive change for Girona, going away from their back 5, forcing Valeri to have to play as the out-and-out right-back. Gumbau and Rivera, along with Diamanca, the 3 in front, with Jairo, Ceballos and Gallar up front. Probably change to a 4-3-3 or their original 4-2-3-1 with Gumbau moving forward. As for Alcorcón, Luis Perea coming on for Reco. Probably just going to slot in alongside Dorca in that midfield too for the hosts, as we are awaiting confirmation to be able to start the second half. Alex Gallar, more of an offensive player, definitely more offensive than Ignacy Miquel. We'll see if that'll have any effect on the game. As things stand, with both Almeria and Girona drawing, and Zaragoza currently winning against Ponferradina, Girona have dropped to 5th. But if they pick up 3 points here, they could at least, as a bonus, seal 3rd, as Cádiz and Huesca have sealed 1st and 2nd and guaranteed their promotion. It's just clearing up and to be decided today who is going up as champion. Will it be Cádiz or Huesca? As it is a goal kick now for Girona. Riesgo to take after Mula's effort straight out. Ceballos there leading the line for Girona. Foul there from Alcalá on Ernesto. Will be a free kick for the hosts. It's going to be played into the danger area by Sosa. Whipped in. And Alcorcón players asking for a possible penalty, as there was maybe a shove on Sandaza. Referee Pulido Santana not having any of it, as there is there, as we see, a possible collision with Juanpe. Ceballos unable to get on the end of that one, as Casado will come out to pick it up. Girona, one of the sides in this division with one of the best home records. They conceded their first home goal since the restart against Cádiz after 4 consecutive clean sheets. Albacete were the last team to score at Montilivi since the month of March. It's their away form that's been the problem for Girona. And there we see Ernesto nearly tapping in the rebound after a good shot from Sosa. Riesgo needing 2 efforts to fully secure that save. As mentioned, Girona's away form, based on the fact that they will finish the season, at least in the playoffs, has been fairly shocking for them. 3 victories, 7 draws, and 10 defeats in 20 games. 19 goals scored and 28 conceded. Mind you, though, they have been clinical at Montilivi. Here we see it again. Sosa coming forward with the ball from deep, taking the shot. Wasn't a difficult save, but Riesgo did have a few of his teammates in front of him. Saw that one late. Luckily for him, Ernesto didn't get there in time. Otherwise, that would have been 1-0 for Alcorcón. And this just proves the frightening stat as Perea breaks forward. And the ball is blocked well by Alcalá. I was going to mention, just to emphasize this away form conundrum for Girona, they failed to win an away game since match day 26. That was against Fuenlabrada, a 1-0 win back in February. The other 2 away wins have come against Extremadura and Racing, the 2 sides that have already been relegated in this division. So speaks volumes as to how much exactly Girona struggle away from home, and that could be a big price to pay when it comes to the playoffs. As the ball is back in Alcorcón's possession. Alcorcón, aside from Madrid, one of the many clubs from the city of Madrid, founded 48 years ago, known as the Alfareros, or the Potters, similar to Stoke City back in England. And they have never played in La Liga. They were promoted from Segunda B, the 3rd-tier Spanish football, in the 2009-2010 season to the 2nd-tier Spanish football, and haven't gone down since. They've mostly had mid-table finishes in their time in La Liga. Smartbank, their best finish was in the 2011-2012 season, where they finished 4th, but fell in the playoff final to Valladolid, 2-1 on aggregate. Since then, it has mostly been in and around 10th, 12th, 14th for them, but still managing to maintain their status for exactly 10 years as a side in the 2nd tier of Spanish football. ball now will go in favor of Girona after, I believe there was a handball there from Dorca, the Alcorcón captain. Gallard and Juanpe on the ball. It is going to be Gallard, the man who came on at half-time for the Catalan side. Ball is whipped in, forcefully into a save as well. And the long-range header, not that far wide of the target as well. But what a good shot that was from Gallard. Probably catching everyone out, myself included, must admit. I think it did clip Mula in the wall, but Casado still forced into getting two fists to that one. As Ponferradina have leveled against Zaragoza. A result that would see Girona now temporarily jump back up to fourth, where we started before this group of matchday 42 fixtures took place. There was only one game that did not kick off at 9 o'clock. That kicked off earlier this afternoon at 6:30. It was a 5-1 win for Las Palmas against relegated Extremadura. The other game that was called off was postponed. That was between Deportivo La Coruña and Fuenlabrada. More on that we will get, I assume, in the coming days, as Adot puts in the cross for Alcorcón, cleared away well by Alcalá. But the right back will chase to try and get a second chance. Doesn't want to concede the goal kick and ends up giving it away for a throw-in. But of course, with the entrance of Gallard, it does mean that both Brian Olivan and Valeri, mostly offensive fullbacks, to not say wingbacks, are now playing as out-and-out defenders, as a double change is about to happen for Alcorcón. Careful here for Girona. Sosa's in the box and he's taken down by Valeri, and the penalty is given. It was a great run from Sosa. Valeri, what we would call a forwards tackle, really. Not a clever decision. Takes down the winger, and it is a penalty. As it is going to be Stoichkov and Arribas coming on for Alcorcón. And I believe Stoichkov might actually be wanting the ball to take it. Sosa did go straight for the ball once he was given the penalty. It is going to be Sosa in the end. I think the change will have to wait. Sosa, the man who was fouled. Is set to take it. As Stoichkov has come on. Sosa steps up against Riesgo and buries it into the bottom corner. Lovely finish from the winger for Alcorcón. On 55 minutes, 10 into the second half, Sosa from the penalty spot makes it 1-0 to Alcorcón. It's a good penalty as well, sending Riesgo the wrong way. Good penalty, has to be said. It was a clumsy tackle from Valeri that gave it away. And the Venezuelan puts it into the back of the net. The young 20-year-old does really well to finish that one off, as he gets what is only his second goal of the season. confirmation shortly as to who the substitutions were for. I believe Sandatha is one of the players who was replaced. That will be confirmed. It is Sandatha who comes off for Stoichkov. Arribas is the other player that has come on for Alcorcón. I also believe Mula has been replaced. Had a fairly good half. As Girona's offensives change at half-time at the moment, has seen them concede, albeit from the penalty spot. And there it is, confirmed as well. Arribas is on the pitch for Mula. That's 3 changes made now by Fran Fernandez. And Stoichkov, Alcorcón's top goal scorer with 16 goals this season, is now on the pitch. Striker on loan from Mallorca, a side that will be returning to La Liga Smartbank after getting promotion through the playoffs, winning the playoffs last season to get back to La Liga Santander. And Ceballos there, just slipping, still got a shot off, and wide of the target for the Uruguayan. There we can see the 2 players replaced, Mula and Sandatha. See the through ball here. Hadot taking a clip at Ceballos, but not a foul. Still getting a shot away, the striker. As Gallar comes forward, and now he's fouled by Luis Perea. With half an hour to go, Girona will try to look for an equalizer. It is going to be Gallar himself to put the ball into the danger area. No teammate got on the end of it. Gumbau was closest, but Casado did well to come and pick it up. Luckily for Girona, despite all the changes they've made, they do not require the 3 points. They are already qualified for the playoffs. Catalan side, of course, are looking to bounce straight back up to La Liga after getting relegated last season. They were first promoted to La Liga after finishing second in the 2016-2017 season. They spent 2 campaigns in the top flight, but were relegated at their second crack at it last season. Most of the squad have played in La Liga with Girona. They've kept a strong backbone for a side in the second division, but of course most of that squad staying for next campaign will rely on them making the playoff final, and from there making it back to La Liga Santander. Diamanca lays it off for Rivera. Gallar back to the midfielder, keeps possession, goes wide now for Jairo, who puts in the cross, and it's headed away. Stoichkov trying to lay it off for Ernesto. It's worth mentioning that Stoichkov is actually Spanish, not Bulgarian. His original name is actually Juan Molina Martinez. His father owning a bar in Barcelona during the time that the original Hristo Stoichkov was playing for Barcelona. One day came into his bar, and since then the striker's father wanted to name his son Stoichkov. In the end, not really getting the legal battle he wanted, but his son still supporting the name on the back of the shirt. Fascinating story, as the striker is wearing the Alcorcón shirt for possibly the last time this evening. As mentioned, of course, he is a lone player from Mallorca. His future will be very interesting to follow in this following transfer window. Of course, he will be returning to his parent club, Mallorca, who already have Ante Budimir, who's managed 13 goals in his first campaign in La Liga Santander for Los Bermellones. We will see how that story develops. As Rivera is the last player to touch the ball. There is a foul from Diamanca on Stoichkov himself. That's not a sign that Girona fans will want to see. Ignacio Miquel with an ice pack on his leg. Hopefully for him, no injury for the future playoffs that are to come, as Alcorcón swinging the ball. No one got a touch, and it is going to be a throw-in on the far side for Brian Olivan to take for Girona. Alcorcón currently winning in this one. They haven't lost in their last 3 home games. Nearly a month ago is when they last fell here at the Estadio Municipal de Santo Domingo, and that was a 2-0 defeat here against Sporting Gijón. Pomares can't keep that one in play. Alcorcón, a side famously known for their win over Real Madrid in La Copa del Rey in the first leg of the 2009-2010 round of 32 fixture. It is more impressive than it sounds. It was the first game in the club's history against a side from the top division, and it was against Real Madrid. They managed to win 4-0 in this very ground. Manuel Pellegrini, the soon-to-be Real Betis manager, was in charge of Los Blancos at the time. The likes of Benzema and Raúl were starting that evening. Marcelo and Van Nistelrooy, 2 of the players to come off the bench. Unfortunately for Los Blancos, Alcorcón winning that one 4-0, arguably the biggest result in the club's history. They did sadly go on to lose the return leg 1-0 at the Santiago Bernabéu. They did advance forward, though, only to get knocked out by Racing de Santander. But it is still a result that lives in Spanish footballing history, and of course in the Alcorcón club history, in that big local derby for them. Of course, Alcorcón also another side from Madrid. Alex Gallar now for Girona. Brian Olivan with the cross, and it is going to be another corner for the visitors, as Ceballos cannot get on the end of it. He's lacked his shots on target that he would have liked, probably, as Girona are about to make a double change. Nadai, Benitez and Pau Victor are coming on. As the ball is whipped in, it's headed away. And David Fernandez. Valeri, who gave away the penalty, lays it off. And Rivera puts in the cross. The header, very far off the mark, will be a goal kick. As the effort from Ceballos doesn't go the way he wants. Double change now to be made, as it is going to be Jairo, one of the two players replaced. Leaving the pitch on that far side for the youngster Pau Victor. And it is going to be the end of Ceballos' evening as well, as Adai Benitez is coming on. Ceballos has had 67 minutes to play today, more than he had previously played in his last 3 appearances for Girona. It was his first start today, probably not gone the way he would have wanted, but still experience in Spanish football, as Pau Victor lays it off out wide. The shot from Adai Benitez, blocked for throw-in. Very physical player, Benitez. Very versatile forward player as well, as the cross went in for the Amanca, but I believe the ball clipped the hand or the arm of Sosa, and it will be a set piece for Girona. It is going to be Adai Benitez himself to take the set piece. Many bodies in the area. Ball played in, and it was clipped by, I believe, Alcalá, who took the impact at the same time with Elguezabal. And his effort wide of the target. Still feeling that one, the Girona captain. Maybe we can get a better angle of it as the ball flies in. Alcalá, I don't know if he gets a touch. He actually collides with Juanpe, his centre-back partner. No one actually getting contact on that ball, as Aguilera is preparing to come on for Alcorcón. Pau Victor taking a bit of a heavy touch. Dorca had the ball there. Stoichkov loses out to Juanpe. Now on the ball with the shot, and Stoichkov sends the ball straight at Riesgo. As we now enter the final 20 minutes in this game, Alcorcón leading 1-0 against Girona. Goal from the penalty spot coming on 55 minutes. As Ernesto gets into the area, takes another shot, and it is just wide of the mark once again. Alcorcón knocking on the door now. Girona have to be careful. They've been sloppy in possession in and around the middle of the park. Riesgo to take the goal kick. Results in a throw-in. Alcorcón at the moment managing to keep their three home game undefeated record intact by making this 4 to end off the campaign. The throw in, Girona believed to be theirs. It is going to actually be for Alcorcón. As the change is going to be made. It is going to be Aguilera coming on for Sosa, the goal scorer. Aguilera, who has got his second goal of the campaign after putting away very well the penalty. The young Venezuelan, placed by Juan Aguilera. Bombao. Diamanca laying it off wide for Brian Olivan. Left back in possession. Bombao. As Gallar trying to find Alay Benitez. Really good interception from Adot, who makes the run forward. Stoichkov in support. Gets into the penalty area. Goes down. Stoichkov with the touch. Pulls it back for Arribas. And it's into the back of the net. Alcorcón double their lead. On 73 minutes, Oscar Arribas, the substitute who came on as Sosa dispatched the 1-0 from the penalty spot. And now it's 2-0. And Girona's faces look somber as the side from Madrid are winning 2-0 at home against the side from Catalonia. A poor pass there from Alex Gallar. A good run forward from Adot, played through by Ernesto, getting into the penalty area. And we see Stoichkov playing a vital part there, laying it off for Arribas to finish it off, which wasn't actually, it wasn't an easy pass as well, an easy shot as it came off Juanpe. And Oscar Arribas now becoming the second top goal scorer at the club with his 6th goal of the campaign. And with 15 to go, you have to feel this is now a serious uphill battle for Girona. Luckily for the side from Montilivi, their homework was done against another side in yellow after beating Cádiz on Friday. But still, this is probably not the way Francisco Rodriguez was hoping this final fixture to go. Everything is set for him to pick up his first defeat as Girona manager, coming in his 6th game in charge, as both sides now take up their second half cooling break. Paris Adot playing a massive part in that goal, finished off by Arribas. Stoichkov really adding some pace up front for Alcorcón, causing some problems for Girona, who had taken off Ignacio Miquel at halftime, going from a back 3 to a back 2, replaced by that man Alex Gallar, who conceded possession. Alay Benitez not strong enough there to stop Adot, and a very good run forward from the right back, not being caught by Brian Olivan. Arribas sealed the deal with his 6th goal of the campaign. It is deserved, the lead for Alcorcón. They have been the more clinical side in this second half. First half was very calm and collected from both sides, a lot of possession-based football, not enough chances, and Alcorcón's penalty really has opened up the game to the point where Girona conceding possession and conceding the second. Gallar cannot keep that one in play. Huesca have just taken the lead away to Sporting de Gijón. A result that would still keep them second, as Cádiz just need a point to secure the title. Huesca currently still in second. They'd need Cádiz to drop points if they wanted any chance of getting the title. Gumbau clearing up the scraps in the penalty area. It is worth mentioning, though, to all the Girona fans watching, this result will possibly have an effect on morale, but it is worth mentioning 7 changes were made before kickoff by the manager, resting players for their duties in the playoffs. Still, no credit can be taken away from Alcorcón, fully deserving their 2-0 lead at the moment. Here's Valeri for Girona, into the penalty area, cuts onto his left foot, takes the shot, blocked by the defense. And Gumbau trying to play it now on his left foot, ended up giving a very heavy pass to Gallar. Rivas taken down there by Alcalá, which will see him get a yellow card, and it will be the first yellow card of the game, in fact, coming virtually 11 minutes left to play. A heavy tackle from the Girona captain on the second goal scorer for Alcorcón. No doubt with that one, as Mr. Pulido Santana quickly went for his book. Still down, Oscar Rivas. Rivas coming on as a second half substitute. Of course, now, for Alcorcón at least, their season will come to an end once the final whistle comes from the referee. Alcorcón coming forward now once again down the right-hand side. Adot lays it off for Aguilera. And Ernesto playing it back. Alcorcón keeping possession well, as we're now in the final 10 minutes of the game. Dorca conceding possession as Alcalá lays it off back to Riesgo. Has been a fairly lackluster performance from Girona in this second 45. Still have 2 changes, but doubt very highly that offensive substitutes like Borja Garcia and of course Cristian Stuani will be coming on, as it would be probably just damage limitation at this point. Ball laid off very well by Stoichkov. Dorca plays it in behind for the striker. Misjudged his first touch, and Valeri not taking any chances, clearing the ball out for a throw-in. Valeri, the man who gave away the penalty on 55 minutes, which resulted in Alcorcón taking the lead. Pomares will take the throw-in on the left-hand side. Rivas laid it off now. Stoichkov with the back heel, kept in play. Rivas puts in the cross, cleared away once again by Alcalá, who's been very attentive there. Won back well by Gumbau. Anadot again in possession. Alcorcón just tiring out the legs for these final minutes of the game for Girona. Keeping the possession as they please. As we see here, no press from the visitors. It's a good ball forward again by the hosts. Ernesto coming forward as it's lobbed forward. Rivas on the edge of the penalty area. Stoichkov plays it back to him. Still not averted, and a lovely bit of footwork there from Juanpe, nutmegging the forward, very brave. Pau Victor chasing as David Fernandez clears the danger. Change now for Girona as Ibrahima Kebe is coming on for Gerard Gumbau. That is the fourth change made by Girona. And that will result in Girona not using their fifth and final change, as the 5 substitutions can only be made at 3 separate intervals. Although Gallard did come on at half-time, so beg pardon that. They still have one more chance to bring on that 5th change if they so desire, as half-time does not count as one of the 3 intervals to bring on changes with this new 5 substitution rule. And I say new, but this has been confirmed. It will be remaining for next season. Scheduled to start in September. The 5 substitutions will remain. Anadot. Aguilera now. As we enter the final 5 here at the Estadio Municipal de Santo Domingo. One of the best players for Alcorcón on the pitch today, without doubt. Featured quite a lot offensively and defensively. As there is a foul there by Ernesto, which is a good thing for Girona, because they had 3 players breaking there. As there it is, Santiago Bueno is going to be the final change for Girona. And a yellow card has been dished out. Not entirely sure who to. As it is Rivera who comes off. Rivera comes off, replaced by Bueno. in the middle of the park and shortly get confirmation on who that yellow card was for. Maris picking up the ball. Loses out to Kebe. Girona just waiting for the time to run out. As the ball is played forward to no teammate in a red shirt, will be a throw-in. As now Alcorcón are about to make their fifth and final change as well. Riesgo going to play it long. Yamanka laying it off wide. As the shot took a deflection, and Casado still manages to get to the ball. Was a bit of a optimistic effort from Alay Benitez. Took a deflection off one of the midfielders. Could have been a little bit awkward for Casado. Gallar loses out to Dorca. Stoichkov does well. His effort coming off Kebe. As the change will now be made. As Dorca is going to be replaced by Laure. For the final minutes. He's had a good performance, Dorca, in midfield overall, as Laure himself takes the armband for at least stoppage time. As Alcorcón are set to finish off the campaign, undefeated in their last 4 home games here, and will seal it off with a win against Girona. As we now enter stoppage time, we'll have 4 minutes added on. As Aguilera nearly conceding possession to Alay Benitez. Girona finally win the ball back as it's clipped off the substitute midfielder by Brian Olivan, and Girona will get another corner. Benitez to take. Many players forward for Girona. It's played in, and it's a poor corner in the end from the Girona winger over all of his teammates, and out for a goal kick. Casado to take. Ernesto up against Alcalá there. Ernesto probably would have liked to feature a bit more than he could have, as Albacete have just taken the lead away to Cádiz. A goal that is a defining one, as Albacete need the points to get out of the relegation zone, but more importantly, Huesca, who are currently winning at the moment, will be crowned champions, as Cádiz had a 5-point lead 3 games ago. And Albacete climb out of the relegation zone, sinking Numancia into 19th place, as the foul is conceded in this one. By Brian Olivan. Alcalá doubting who to play it to, as nearly 3 of the 4 minutes of stoppage time have been played. Riesgo going long once again. Normally we see Girona play quite a lot out of the back. Today they really have opted quite a lot for the long ball. There's a good run by Pau Victor, still with the ball. Needed 2 players to stop him in the penalty area, as Ernesto backheels that one for Stoichkov. Alcalá managing to get a foot in and laying it off for Valeri. Long ball cut out by Laure. Fernandez plays it back to Casado, who just clears his penalty area, as Stoichkov will chase. Alcalá not going to take any chances. Slide tackles in and plays that one out of play for a throw-in, but Mr. Pulido Santana blows his whistle, and that is the end of the game. It ends here at the Estadio Municipal de Santo Domingo. A 2-0 win for Alcorcón against Girona. A lackluster first half, fair to say. In the second half, Alcorcón coming out slightly brighter, getting a penalty, rightfully so, 10 minutes in after Valeri brought down Sosa. The Venezuelan winger himself took it and dispatched really well the spot kick to make it 1-0. And then, with roughly 18 minutes to go, Arribas would poke in a ball from Stoichkov to make it 2-0 and down Girona. Girona, of course, for them personally, this game was an experiment for them. Really, they have rotated quite a lot of players as they look towards their playoff game on Thursday. But they probably didn't want to lose tonight. Francisco Rodriguez losing his first game at the helm of Girona. And of course, with other results in and around the grounds, it seems that Huesca will be named champions of La Liga Smartbank this season, with Cádiz, fairly enough, losing a 5-point lead with games to go. We'll have to see how that one has concluded. But it's ended here at the Estadio Municipal de Santo Domingo in Madrid. Alcorcón 2, Girona 0.
El aplauso, por favor. Chicas,
Así me gusta.
vamos chicas.